Welcome back. Already a lot of attention on 2024 and all eyes on Battleground Wisconsin. Republicans will host their national convention in Milwaukee that summer, and planning already starting to ramp up this year.
Already the state and national parties investing in their 2024 efforts. First, by looking at what happened this past November. Our roundtable is back. J.R. Rossiter of WisPolitics.com, Jesse Opine in Madison, Capitol Bureau Chief for the Cap Times, and A.J. Bayapor, Capitol Bureau Chief and host of Capital City Sunday and WKOW. Welcome back to all of you. So Brian Schimming recently told us, new head of the state GOP, that the Republican Party is doing this deep dive. He said deeper than they've ever done before, looking at 2022. When we look at the map, when we look at the wow counters, when we look at western Wisconsin, northeastern Wisconsin, has the map changed from what we have traditionally seen? There was a lot of talk about this Trump blimp, but have we seen seismic changes in Wisconsin's map?
There's been a serious realignment. I mean, the Democratic Party has basically cratered in rural areas, but Republicans have not done well in suburbs. I mean, the new math is what Ron Johnson did to win re-election by 1 percentage point this past fall. He hit the marks he had to, and they call them the WOW counties, Waukesha, Ozaukee, Washington, the BOW counties, Brown, Outagamie, Winnebago. And he didn't lose as badly in Dane County and Milwaukee County as what Tim Michels did. To put it in perspective, Dane County has become this monster, this blue monster in Wisconsin. My first race for governor I covered was 2002. There were about 172,000 votes cast overall in Dane County that fall. Evers won Dane County by 174,000 votes. It is the only county I can point to in Wisconsin that's gotten that much bigger and that much deeper of a hue. It's become a problem for Republicans statewide. But if they hit their marks still, rural Wisconsin, the suburbs, they can survive that blue monster.
AJ and Jesse, is campaigning changing before our eyes?
Well, I think what intrigues me is what JR just said about how the map changes. My next question after that is, how does the GOP respond in terms of who they pick to run in these statewide races? Do you go the path of a decade ago, a Scott Walker, a seasoned county level executive, somebody who's been kind of climbing their way up the state party ladder in the preceding years? Or do you go to try to find your next Ron Johnson, the so-called outsider who truly is a bit of a political outsider who can come in, do a good bit of self-funding on the front end? I'm very interested in seeing, in response to this shifting map, who do they believe is the ideal candidate to take advantage of that?
Jesse, what are we seeing before our eyes?
You know, Democrats continue to struggle with bringing turnout back in Milwaukee. Milwaukee just hasn't been turning out, the way that it used to. Dane County has been making up for that in a lot of ways, and probably will continue to. But do you see Democrats continue to try to bring that back in Milwaukee? And do they give up entirely on parts of the state? And I think it's worth noting, the congressional race in western Wisconsin was closer than a lot of people expected it to be. So I think there's reason for Democrats to still have some skin in the game there. Certainly nationally, they kind of abandoned it. So do we see that continuing, or do they try to win that back a little bit?
And really quickly, we now know the dates for the RNC in Milwaukee in 2024, July 15 through the 18th. What impact do you think that having the RNC in Milwaukee will have on Wisconsin?
Not much.
Okay.
Look at the places that have had conventions in the last 20 years. There's not a direct correlation of have convention here, win that state in the fall. There's also the possibility for Republicans to have a burn it all down convention where if Donald Trump is not the nominee, what's he going to do at that convention? If he gives a speech, will he be able to move past 2020 if he is the nominee and not give a speech about how he lost Wisconsin but thinks he won Wisconsin? I mean, there's some downsides, but there's not really a big impact on who wins a state because he hosts a convention.
A lot of factors. Who to watch in 2023 coming up next.